You can find all kinds of cost of living videos out there, but my problem with some of those is that so many of them are just reading data sheets like a gallon of milk costs X, or a loaf of bread costs Y, or this is how much a gallon of gas costs. Now, while all of that is good stuff, today I want to talk specifically about the cost of owning a home in Menifee. Now, there's quite a few variables that might surprise you, so let's dive right in. The cost of living and housing prices in Menifee are steadily increasing. And I know you're probably thinking, all right, Kyle, duh. Look at the market over the last year or the last 2 years, it's increasing everywhere. Now, while that is true for most of the country, it's especially true for Menifee. If you look at census data from 2010 and 2020, it's one of the fastest growing cities in California. There's a large buyer demand in Menifee due to the abundance of newer housing, newer schools, newer amenities, as well as newer shopping centers with a variety of dining and entertainment options. Now, we're creeping up on the end of 2021 as I'm recording this video, and I'm going to give you some stats on current home values here and what it might cost to own those homes. If you're looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home that's, 15, 16, 1700 square feet, somewhere in there, on average, those will run close to $500,000 today. But if you're looking for a little more space, let's say 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and maybe 2,500 square feet, you could expect to pay about $580,000. Now, of course, these numbers can vary depending on things about a particular home like the age, the condition, location, and special amenities on the property, but this gives you an idea about where prices are at right now. So let's just take a look at what it costs to own a home that you might buy for, say, $550,000. First, let's talk about your mortgage payment. This will vary depending on your down payment and credit score, which will determine your interest rate. So let's say you put 5% down and you obtain a conventional mortgage of $522,500. Now, if we assume your interest rate is 3%, then your monthly payment, which would consist of just principal and interest for now, will be about $2,200. And if you want to learn more about loan programs and mortgage payments, I made another video about that, so be sure to check that one out too. Now, because you are obtaining a conventional mortgage with less than 20% down, you will have to pay for private mortgage insurance, or PMI. Now, this insures the lender in the event that you default on the loan, and that monthly cost can vary greatly depending on things like the value of the home, your down payment, and more. But for this example, let's just say it's $200 per month. Then, of course, you'll have homeowners insurance as well. And one ballpark method of estimating your annual insurance premium is that it would be 0.25% of the purchase price of the home. And in the case of this $550,000 home, that will be about $1,375 per year, or about $115 per month. Of course, now we cannot forget about your property taxes. Now, this is the thing that really throws people for a loop when they're first starting to shop for a home in Menifee, because it can vary so greatly depending on the neighborhood. Now, if you're shopping in a neighborhood that was built like in the 80s or 90s, for example, the property tax rate there might be about 1% of the value of the home per year. Or for this $550,000 house we're talking about, let's say it's $6,000 per year for those property taxes, which is $500 per month. Now, on the other hand, if you're looking for a newer home in Menifee, the property tax rate will be close to 2% due to special assessments. So again, for this $550,000 house that we're talking about, that might be $11,000 per year, or $916 per month. And as you can see, the neighborhood that you look in can greatly affect your monthly housing cost. The last major consideration I want to mention is whether or not the home is in a homeowners association. If we go back to those neighborhoods that we were talking about that were built in the 80s and 90s, there may not be an HOA there, so we know that monthly cost would be zero. However, many of the newer communities in Menifee do have an HOA, so let's say for this example, we're looking at a home with HOA dues of $150 per month. So we've just gone over all the key components that will make up the majority of your housing costs, so let's add up the total monthly cost of this $550,000 house with a conventional mortgage with 5% down and a 3% interest rate. So the principal and interest only for that mortgage would be $2,200 per month. Plus, remember the $200 per month for PMI, $115 per month for homeowners insurance, And then for property taxes, we said it could range from $500 to $916 per month. And then HOA might be between $0 and $150 a month. Therefore, your total monthly cost of owning this $550,000 house in Menifee would be $3,015 to $3,581, depending on its location more than anything. Now keep in mind that this is just an example and your individual scenario will be at least slightly different, but this should give you a pretty good idea of what it costs to own a house in Menifee as we approach the end of 2021. Now of course you can reduce your monthly payment by making a larger down payment, and with a large enough down payment you can avoid PMI altogether, which will reduce your monthly payment even more. Okay, so you can minimize your monthly payment by seeking neighborhoods with lower property tax rates and low or no HOA dues. Also, once you do own a home, be sure to talk to your CPA or financial professional so they can help you take advantage of the tax incentives of owning a home, which will save you even more money. Well, I hope you found this video helpful, but if you have any questions, drop those in the comments below for me, or just call, text, or email me anytime, and I'll see you in the next video.